Hey, good afternoon. This is Jeff here. Just wanted to run through the markets real quick with you and just see what's going on. Starting off with the Kansas City wheat here because we've gotten a few calls here if we need to be selling wheat or not, or holding out, or what we're looking for. Uh, basically the last 2 weeks we've seen about a dollar 80 sell off, and it looks like we bottomed here today. Got a nice reversal. Just and looking at the fib targets, I think with the ranges we have in, uh, and just the volatility, you know, like a 38% retracement of this level is 817 or 818. Uh, honestly, we could be at $8 tomorrow with the ranges we are at. Let's see how this market reacts to this reversal with the news, with the escalation over the weekend with Russia, Ukraine. They're, you know, bombing each other's ships and just complete rhetoric of ramping this thing up. So what does that mean for the market? Well, if Russia isn't going to be able to ship wheat, you got India out looking for wheat. Sorry, hold on just a minute. And so they've got to come somewhere for wheat if we're going to start shutting off more of the shipments out of the Ukraine or even Russia at this point. So you're going to have more markets coming to the table looking for wheat from other spots, and of course, we're one of the bigger ones that has a volume of wheat at this point. So right now is not the time to sell wheat, I guess, is the big thing. Let's hold out, see how this market reacts. Pretty easy to know we're wrong. It's down here at 730. It is what it is. These ranges are big, and we just got to give it room here and see what happens. But looking at the other markets, we're going to jump to corn here. Corn has a nice doji today. Also, sometimes somebody calls that a morning star. We pretty much closed at where we opened. We have an engulfing shadow here of Friday's body. Nice little bottoming formation. And if this 1-2 blue counts right, 3 takes off to the upside. So what can cause that? Well, the main news is out of China with the heavy flooding they've got there. Just large amounts of flooding in their corn-based areas. Their price has shot up 5 days straight in a row, looking close to like $9 a bushel up in China, and that's increased rapidly over the last week. So that's kind of where the strength might be coming from. We did see, Mexico continues to buy. Haven't seen China really come to the table for corn yet. Not surprising with Brazil's big crop, but we'll see. We'll see what happens if we can get some more sales coming out of there and get more demand coming. Watch the oil markets. The energy markets are really looking like they're starting to take off a little bit. Also, one thing, we've talked about the weekly charts, and this corn weekly chart is pretty interesting as far as we've got a wave 3 up and this long wave 4, and what Tim talked about before was the timing of it, the beginning of wave 3 to the end of wave 3, and then putting that out to the end of wave 4, and that's coming right here this week or next. It's as far as if that timing's correct. Obviously there can be a leeway one direction or the other, but looks like something's happening here, and so we want to obviously give it a little room here. Just I don't see much selling as far as you guys are concerned down here. So if the farmers are going to hold on, the only things that can push that is the fund market, and I don't know that they're going to be getting short if wheat starts to turn around here, and beans turn around. So I would just kind of sit here for a little bit and keep you guys informed of what we think is going to happen. But sure looks like we might be bottoming these things here, and unless something else changes in the market. Soybeans are coming off this sell off just like wheat and corn is. The good thing about today is it did close above $13. They sure tried to hammer it, but found some buying below 13, which is good. Kind of bouncing off this 50% retracement of this whole move, which is nice. Not saying it can't come down here and retest it again, but if corn and wheat go, beans aren't going to be left behind. I also want to show you the cloud here, and it's not surprising you get a big run up in a wave 1 and a wave 2 comes back and tries to test this. So it's pretty easy. I know there's big numbers here, but it's pretty easy to know where you're wrong, and that's below this cloud, below the 38% retracement. So I wouldn't go selling new crop beans right now. We kind of want to see how it reacts, see if we can bounce off these numbers here and get a run up again. So if you have more to sell or need to sell some, I'd hold off for a little bit and moving forward. One thing I did want to talk to you guys about corn. So that's pretty much all I have on beans. So we'll move back to corn real quick. We did send out a text last week about the 550 December call if you want to re-own any sold bushels, and it's that is still available. That's up in this range. Again, if this is a 1-2 count and we start going for a 3 at 550 at 11 cents is really cheap re-ownership as far as we're concerned. So if you have any questions on that, don't hesitate to reach out. I wouldn't suggest Texas hedging that, but go ahead, and if you want to re-own some, we think that's still a pretty good number to go at. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. There's always risk in trading futures and options. Trade in light of your financial conditions, and hope you have a great day.